Are you too focused on money and is it killing your business? In this video, I'm going to talk about the relationship between money and your success and how much you focus on it can often hinder your ability to get success. So early on, when we're in business, we're trying to make money. We're trying to make this thing work that we've started. And so our focus is on sales. And as we get more sales, we feel more fulfillment. And it's like, oh, yes, it's working. I'm getting money. I'm helping clients. And then there needs to be a transition where we change from how do I get sales to how do I serve my client? And in my opinion, you should always start with how do I serve my client? But the reality is that, we're getting into this because we want to make money, generally speaking. Or if you're so focused on your client, you don't think about money enough, you don't do the right things either. But let's say you're like me and there tends to be this focus on money. How do I make sure I get enough? How do I sell people, right? If our focus is so much on money, then what tends to happen is we make short-term decisions. We focus on getting cash from the client instead of serving the client. We focus on how can I get more clients instead of fixing the systems of my business. We focus on how do I get paid up front instead of balancing our cash flow. And where this comes from is scarcity. If I'm focused on money, then I'm focused on the side effect of doing a good job instead of focusing on doing a good job. And this is where it screws with us. Have you ever had a client where you don't like them, you don't want to work with them, but you do, and they're a giant pain in the ass because you get paid? Now, in that moment, you're not serving yourself and you're not serving the client. You're only serving the tax gods, the expenses gods. And it's like they need to be served. If I don't pay my bills, I get that. But you can make money without it being your entire focus. You can make money and serve money in this example without it being your entire focus and coming from a place of scarcity. I think many business owners, myself included, get ourselves stuck because we launch this business and we try and take all the money out of it. Instead of going, well, the business needs to make money to pay for everything, and then I will get a little bit. I heard it from a mentor once. It was like, your business is a baby. If you're taking all the food for the baby, then the baby's going to die, or the baby's going to stay an infant and it's never going to grow. And so with our business, we need to be ensuring that we're feeding the baby. And that means me personally not focusing on money, but focusing on what's best for the business. And what's best for the business is not having clients that drain your energy. And so now you have no energy to serve the clients that you should be giving energy to, or no energy to build the content you need to, or no energy to run the ads that you need to, or hire people or whatever, build systems. You need energy for your business to be successful, and you need time for your business to be successful, and you need money for your business to be successful. But when we are focused too much on one of those resources, it's at the expense of the others. If I'm really focused on money, I'm trying to make sales all the time. Guess what? I spend all my time on that and not on the things that will actually fix my business. I use up all my energy. Now I have no energy for the things that matter. And on the flip side, it's also no good for our clients. Like if I'm not telling my client the truth because I'm afraid of what they'll think and whether they'll leave me, I have a scarcity mindset. And so I become a pleaser, which doesn't serve the client in their long-term goals. When I stopped caring about the money and focused on serving the client, I was able to tell the truth, which got me more respect. I lost clients, people who didn't want to hear it, but they shouldn't have been a client in the first place. And my reliance on them was because I was trying to take too much money out of the business instead of accepting the proceeds of the work. Make sure my business is good financially and then take what's left, not focus on how do I pay myself the most now my business has nothing, because that'll keep my business stunted in its growth. So what's the summary in this? Well, you want to shift your focus from money, as hard as it is, onto delivering value at each point in the chain. Am I getting enough leads? Or am I giving enough energy and time and effort and value to marketing, to sales, to fulfillment, once I've got the client on board? Am I doing it enough to the systems in my team? Or am I just focused on sales and how am I going to make money? If we can shift to delivering value at each stage in the cycle, we revert back to a place of I've been on this trip lately, of first principles. It's like, I want to make more money. Well, to do that, I need to have more transactions. To do that, I need to have more clients. To do that, I need to have better sales. To do that, I need to have, better leads, better marketing, blah, blah, blah. And I just work all the way back. Instead of just going money, 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 do whatever I can to make money. Because with that mentality, you'll launch 5 different offers. You'll accept clients that you shouldn't. You'll do stuff that you shouldn't. You'll sell stuff that you shouldn't. And you'll stay broke. And broke is relative. Like you can have $1 million business and be broke, and you can have a $100,000 business and be broke. So shift to value, Focus not on money, focus on the abundance that there are people there. You just need to figure out how to get them, and you'll have more success. If I wish I had this advice 10 years ago, I would have had a much easier life. And I only realized it more, recently in the last couple of years. And it's why my life's been better. I got multiple businesses. They're doing great. I'm traveling the world. I got an amazing family because I've shifted my focus. And I hope you do as well. I appreciate you. Catching the next video.